Hey there folks, this is Colin Chisholm with another episode of Streaming Wars for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, great to have you. As a special treat for you folks watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast, I'm expanding a little bit on my top 10 list of 2022. This is going to be the top 20 of 2022, so buckle up. There were a lot of really great movies and shows throughout last year. Starting off with number 20 is Prime Video's The Wheel of Time. 2022 was kind of a huge year for great fantasy and sci-fi. We had a lot of big franchises return and some new ones pop up as well. And The Wheel of Time was one of those new ones from Amazon. And it was honestly kind of a nice surprise. I did read the books when I was younger. I didn't really know what to expect, but actually it was a pleasant surprise. So I was happy to see it. And it's starting us off here at number 20. Number 19, another huge fantasy series, also from Amazon. You may have heard of it, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Now, I did really enjoy it, but it didn't climb my list higher than this just because it still needs some work. There was a little bit of inconsistency, but what it did really well, and that's why it's above Wheel of Time here, is that it provided some nice surprises. Someone who's read all the books like myself, I was actually still intrigued by things that were happening in the plot, and the characters were really well realized. So that's why The Rings of Power is number 19 on my list. So now, next after that, we have ObiWan Kenobi coming in. This is a part of the Star Wars series. We're going to see more Star Wars further up on the list here. I thought it was a great kind of rehash of that storyline between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and we kind of see them fight through some stuff, like literally, but also emotionally. And I thought it was really great, and Ewan McGregor's performance was fantastic in it. So that's why ObiWan Kenobi is here on the list. Next, I have a sci-fi film for you. It's called Prey, and this is on Disney Plus, and it just blew me away. It was a perfect sort of summer blockbuster about this indigenous tribe in like the 1700s of North America, and a predator sort of crash lands. It's supposedly the first predator to arrive on Earth. And it's this great story of this young woman who has to use her ingenuity and her skills and everything to basically fight this beast that she's never seen before. And it was fantastic, really, really good. And the last one for this part of the list, coming in at number 16, is The Sandman. The Sandman was a series on Netflix. I didn't read the comics beforehand, wanted to check it out because it looked like it was really well made. And what really surprised me about The Sandman was just how interesting and experimental it was with its sort of format. They tried some really neat stuff by doing experimental episodes, like entirely encased in one location, or taking the same character through time in a really interesting way. It just really surprised me, and I like Neil Gaiman a lot as a writer, as a screenwriter, so I thought it was fantastic. Anyway, looking forward to more of that. But that is going to do it for this part of the list. This is the first 5 in my top 20, so stay tuned for more. If you want more content, guess what? We got it for you. Just click here. We got more great shows for you. And if you want, we'd love to have you subscribe. So click the subscribe button right over here. Thanks so much.